Good morning. It is November 11th. Last we spoke was November 1st, and I had written, I think, 502 words. I started the blog the next day, didn't get anything done, so I was like, okay, you know what, I'll postpone it till the next day. I'll just stretch it for a couple day vlog. Didn't get anything done. So then I was like, okay, well, I'll just make it a vlog for a couple of days. And then I still didn't get anything done. Then I was like, well, you know what, I'll do the vlog for the weekend. Didn't get anything done. So basically haven't done anything at all. I'm still at, I think, 502 words. Some good news. I was trying to figure out which project to work on, and I figured it out. Bad news, it's not the one that I was working on, so I really don't have any words down. But I'm trying to let myself be okay with that because things just kept coming up between the dogs being sick. My fiance being out of town, work, just my day job's like, I've been slammed at my day job, like way more than I have been in the last, probably since we've moved here. I just had like absurdly long days, and I just haven't had the energy to do anything after. And also like planning the wedding and everything. So I just haven't had the energy. I feel like didn't have the time, but I'm sure I could have made the time. The problem for me is that I felt like I didn't have the time when starting a new project. I can always squeeze in time to work on something once I'm working on it. But when I'm trying to start a new project from scratch, I have 0 words down for this project. I have to be in the right headspace to write it. I didn't know that about myself before Nano, so I guess it's kind of good that I'm learning a little bit more about my process. But yeah. So I decided I'm working on my heist book, which is the book I initially wanted to work on, didn't, and we're diving into the heist book. And I woke up this morning. I'm sorry if you can hear the dishwasher in the background. It is absurdly loud. But so we're gonna work on the heist book, and I'm really excited about this one. I've been noodling on the ideas for the last couple of days because I was like, no, I'm not ready to jump into it yet. And this morning I woke up and I got it. I have the first line of the book, and I have like the whole like scene set up. I know where the catalyst is gonna go, and then I think I know up to the midpoint. I don't know all of the middle stuff, but I know those like tent poles, is that what you would call them? I know those like beats, and I know certain things, and I know little fun things that I want to do throughout the book. I am excited, cautiously excited, because apparently I can't write a book until I know the first line. I knew that I kind of needed a vague idea of the scene. That has been, I think, the case for every book that I've written. My AMM book, that was the case, although eventually it changed. Just because I come up with the scene or the line or whatever it is, doesn't mean that it can't change, but it's the scene and line that I have to get into the story, if that kind of makes any sense at all. A lot of the time, it doesn't change. My AMM book did change because it's a Portal Fantasy, and I started it way too far into the book. So, my Potions book and then my game book, both of them have pretty much stayed the same. The scenes have stayed the same, even though I did fiddle with the game book by reworking those first few chapters multiple times. It ended up going back to that same first line. Even though, again, the first line itself, the wording did get finessed, the like heart of what it was is still there. So yeah, I came up with my first line, which I think means that I'm going to be ready to work on this book, and I'm going to have to adjust my Nano goals because it's the 11th and I haven't done anything. I'm going to keep those 500 words that I've already written. Those are going to count, even though they're in a different book. That helped me realize that was the book I didn't want to work on, so we're going to keep it. And I think right now my current goal, I'm not going to push myself to finish the book. We have a lot of stuff kind of going on the rest of the year. We don't do anything for Thanksgiving, but like other stuff, we do have a lot of stuff going on. And moving, we're also talking about moving across the country again. So there's just a lot of things where I just haven't been able to focus. But I'm excited now that I have that first line. I think I can jump into it. And I think my new goal is going to be we're gonna go easy on myself. It's already the 11th. I want to finish Act 1 and kind of see where that lands me. I would love to get to the midpoint, but I just know that there's a lot going on, and I would like to hit the goal opposed to not hit the goal. So if I get farther, and that'd be great. Maybe we'll reassess partway through, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. So this is going to be a writing vlog just for today. So we're gonna see how much I can get done today. And we'll see if I can hop back into NaNoWriMo. I don't know if I'm gonna commit to doing daily vlogs like I was trying to commit to. Because that just clearly didn't happen. And I was so excited. But it didn't happen. So yeah, that's where we're at. And I will talk to y'all once I like do stuff. And it's going to happen today. We're gonna do stuff. So I switched sweatshirts. Same day, I promise. I'm having fun writing, but I'm also having an allergic reaction. So I'm allergic to everything, so it's not like concerning. It's pretty normal for me, but I just had to take some Benadryl, and Benadryl usually kicks my butt, so I might be falling asleep. This is just how my writing has been going for me. I finally get in the zone, and now I'm having an allergic reaction. That's fun. That's fun for me. But yeah, so it's still really early in the day. It's 9:15. Today is Veterans Day, so I don't have work. I didn't know I didn't have work until last night, so that's one reason why we're doing this today. But I'm having so much fun working on this project so far. I was really getting into it, and I'm not gonna stop writing. We're gonna play by ear for the rest of the day. So even if I do end up falling asleep, which is possible, hopefully not, because I only took one, I should be fine later on in the day anyways, so. That's just, yeah. It is 11 o'clock, and I'm currently at 1,048 words. I haven't written this much in a long time. Well, it feels like a long time. I suppose it hasn't been that long, but I'm having so much fun writing this book. The voice just like, it came to me this morning, and that it just unlocked something for me. So I'm having so much fun. I'm still actually in the first chapter. I have a picture of how all this is gonna go, and I'm so excited. I don't know, it feels good to finally be writing something that I'm like really excited about. I'm hoping that I can like hold on to this feeling longer until I finish the draft, but this is just, it's so much fun. There's like secrets that I know about that I think are so much fun. There's like little fun things in it. There's, it's all like kind of coming together in my mind. Obviously not quite on the page yet. I'm still in chapter 1. But I think that, I think these chapters are going to be a little longer than my other chapters have been in the past. I'm not sure, but I found this I thought of this fun way to start the chapters, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm still kind of working on how that will work out for the whole book, but right now it's a lot of fun. So that's my quick update, and I think I'm gonna try to finish this chapter, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I will let y'all know how that goes. Okay. I have reached 1,588 words. I wasn't expecting to get that many words done today. I'm not done writing, but I am going to take a break. I have finished chapter 1. There are a couple of things that so the way I draft is I typically I write the whole thing, and if I can't think of a word or like a name for something, because I do like slightly pants some things, but I do plot out others. Yeah, so I just have like brackets, and then I put the letter X, XX, and then close the brackets so I can easily find it later. So right now I just have a couple of things that are like, I think they're just names of like the town. I haven't named the town yet, and a couple other things like that that I have brackets in there for. But I've written the whole first chapter, and it's longer than I would have thought. So it ends up being, I've written like a line or two in chapter 2, so it ends up being over 1,500 words for the first chapter, which is long for me because, again, I underwrite, so I'm going to need to add stuff to this first chapter. But as a first draft, that's pretty long for me because they usually end up being around 1,500 words for me, or a little bit less. It just kind of depends. So, yeah. I am really having a lot of fun writing this one. I'm just kind of like doing all of the fun things that I like to do, and like this is currently the book that like I want to read, which I did that a little bit with my last book. Like I wrote the book that I wanted to read, and I'm gonna do that again with this book, and we'll see how that goes, I guess. So yeah, I'm hoping I can kind of keep up this momentum at least a little bit, and this excitement, because I am having a lot of fun doing this. And yeah, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be jumping back into writing a little bit later. So it is 7:30. I didn't write too much more than I last updated y'all at. I don't remember what I said. I don't know if I've written any more at all. But I'm ending the night at 1586. Nope. 1596. So it's still not a full nano day, but I'm pretty happy with my progress. I'm finally getting back in the swing of things, trying not to be too hard on myself and like letting myself have fun with it. I think having my goal be by the end of nano, having the first act complete, I think that's a pretty good goal. Ideally, I'll get the first half of the book complete, but we'll see. So yeah, I had a lot of fun writing today, and I'm really excited that I finally got to like get back into it. If you're curious about my allergic reaction, I'm okay. That just happens sometimes. I have all kinds of sorts of problems. So anyways, I'm going to wrap up for the night. And yeah, so I wrote 1,596 words today. And that brings my nano total to 2,098 words, which like I know that's not a lot. We're on the 11th, but I'm happy with my progress, and I'm hoping I will have like enough momentum and stuff to do some writing tomorrow and this weekend. So I will catch y'all up later, and hope you have a lovely nano, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye.